Welcome back to CVM News Afternoon. Now, period poverty remains a challenge for women and girls across Jamaica, with the cost and accessibility of menstrual products leaving many struggling to manage their periods with dignity. Well, joining us now for this conversation is author and founder of the HerFlow Foundation, Shelly-Ann Weeks. Good afternoon, Miss Weeks. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm trying to keep cool. It's quite warm out here. How are you doing?
It is very hot. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Now, talk to us. How serious is period poverty in Jamaica right now?
Period poverty has become an obstacle. And I say obstacle because it stops some young girls from going to school, from managing their periods with dignity. And it's also stopped their mothers from being able to function and provide for her family, and just being able to move around, feeling clean and feeling like you're a proper human being. And I know that there's a lot of conversation around the products, but it's not just the products, it's also infrastructure in the way of proper classroom facilities, proper equipment, the water, running water, just being able to access a space where you can manage your period, which is a regular, normal bodily function. And also the knowledge, the education. It is so interesting that a lot of people don't realize how little girls are taught about their bodies before they start having a period. Some of them, this thing just happened and they just have to deal with it and move on with their life. And there was no actual education around periods. So period poverty is a real issue. And I'm so happy to see the conversation increase across different platforms. So thank you for having this conversation today.
Yes, earlier you said it's not just the products is the issue. When you say products, is it that the cost of sanitary products is simply too high for low-income families?
Well, listen to me now. People are talking about this war in Iran that is going on, and they complain that the gas prices are going up. But newsflash, we import our menstrual products. So whatever impacts gas also impacts menstrual products. So yes, the cost of menstrual products are going up. And low-income families feel it the most because they don't have as much income to flex whenever the prices of necessities go up. And yes, menstrual products are also necessities. I know we know about food, I know we know about water, but put menstrual products in the lineup there too, because it is an essential product that is required for women and girls to manage their period every single month.
How much of a role does taxation play, though, in making menstrual products unaffordable?
Well, thankfully, one legacy that the only female prime minister we have ever had left was she removed the consumption tax from menstrual products in Jamaica. I think there's still an import duty of maybe 20%. I might be, if somebody can just double check that for me, that is paid when the products are being imported. So that is still there. But the consumption tax has been removed. So individuals don't pay the consumption tax, GCT, on menstrual products. But it's not just the taxation. I think we also need to recognize that some people have to use different, so sometimes 2 products at a time. So they're not just buying that 1 pack per cycle. They have to buy multiple packs because of the heaviness of their periods. So it is a cost, and it's a cost that continues to increase, especially in this climate that we have going on now.
Ms. Weeks, do you think that sanitary products need to be treated as an essential item rather than a luxury as it is now in some cases?
Look here now. Why you want me to misbehave on the people on TV? Luxury? What do you mean? Periods are natural. Period is something that we need. Lots of conversation around the decline in birth rates, not recognizing the connection that having a monthly period has to do with fertility. If every human being stopped having a period right now, say goodbye to the human race. Periods should be treated as a necessity because that's what it is. So whatever is needed to manage our period should be treated as such. There's no conversation about whether or not menstrual products are necessary. They are bare essentials. We saw in the aftermath of Melissa when lots of people were getting food, people were trading food for menstrual products. I got so many calls from places that say, listen, nobody bring no more canned food, bring pad. That is how important menstrual products are. And by the way, for the persons who are having treats, back to school activities, all of those things, please include menstrual products in your care packages.
And in conversations you've had with young girls, what tends to happen for those girls who they cannot afford the sanitary products when they have to attend school?
Well, they have gotten so interesting and so innovative. I've seen girls use discarded fabric to make makeshift menstrual products. I've seen girls take paper towels and fold them a special way. I went to a school where the guidance counselor, in her efforts to help the girls, take her own money out of her pocket and buy a jumbo roll of paper towels, hand towels, and show them how to fold it in a special way, and that is what they have to use. Now, thankfully, since HerFlow started 10 years ago, we have been distributing products to schools. We have plans to go into a number of schools when the schools resume in September, and that is a part of the outreach that we do, because we know that in a lot of the expenses that parents have to pay whenever they are getting ready to go back to school, sometimes they simply don't think about periods. Parents, they need period products too. Make sure your child have a period kit, and in her period kit she has products, she has a clean underwear, she has some tissue, and she has some way to clean her hands. So they get her hand sanitizer, soap, whatever. But that's the basics. Make sure she has that when she's going back to school.
You said that there are young girls who are in school and they have to be using fabric and in some instances toilet paper. Is it that our schools are doing enough to help our young girls? And is it that by extension the government isn't doing enough to address period poverty, you think?
Well, I'm of the impression that policy needs to do more, but thankfully they recently launched the menstrual health equity initiative, that we are participating. We're partnering with the government and the UNICEF, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, UNICEF, and HerFlow Foundation will be conducting a pilot program in schools that will help us write the policy that will do something about this from a policy level. And I'm so happy about that, because it is necessary. Periods should never be an obstacle to any Jamaican girl getting her education. And until we do something about period poverty, that will be the case. So big ups to the Minister of Health, Mr. Tufton, for championing the cause, because we really needed somebody in policy to take it on. And the program is going to start in short order, but we are very interested in ensuring that when next we talk about period poverty, it's a past tense verb we're using.
All right, thank you so much, Shelly-Ann Weeks, author and founder of the HerFlow Foundation. Thanks so much for joining and sharing with us this afternoon.
Thank you.